2025 was another great year for awesome rock music. From the triumphant return of Deftones to the continuing awesomeness of Biffy Clyro and the alt-country riffage of Bilmuri, I listened to and enjoyed a lot of great rock music in 2025, and now I've narrowed it down to a most excellent list. This is my top 10 rock albums of 2025. Coming in at number 10, we have the Black Keys and No Rain, No Flowers. I know it doesn't really seem cool to like the Black Keys anymore, but to me, they just keep getting better and better. I really love their album, Ohio Players, which came out last year. That was on my best of 2024 list, and I didn't really expect them to put out a new record so soon, but No Rain, No Flowers is solid from front to back. It's got some great Black Keys bluesy rockers in there, but also some really soulful numbers that remind me of Motown and Northern Soul. Dan Auerbach and Patrick Carney continue to make good music, even if it's not as highly regarded as their earlier output. Favorite songs for me on this album were the title track, No Rain, No Flowers, The Night Before, Man on a Mission, and A Little Too High. Coming in at number 9, we have Mammoth and the End. Wolfgang Van Halen is a musical beast. The dude writes, sings, and plays all the instruments on his albums, and he kicks ass on each of those duties while he does it. This time around, he's dropped the WVH from his name, and now he's simply called Mammoth. I loved his first 2 records, and he takes things up another notch on the end. He's got his dad's guitar chops while also being a killer vocalist. I love singing along with Mammoth in the car, usually at the top of my lungs while everybody else can hear it. But you know what? The End is another killer record from Wolfgang Van Halen. Favorite songs for me on this record were The End, The Spell, I Really Wanna, and Better Off. Before we continue, guys, if you like this video and you like this channel, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And if you want to see more videos here on the channel, make sure to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. All right, let's get back to it. Coming in at number 8 on my top 10 rock albums of 2025, we have Broken Love and The Program. Toronto's Broken Love are one of my favorite Canadian rock bands out there right now. I saw them live last year along with another great Canadian rock band that I love called Royal Tusk, but Broken Love are a killer live band. They're killer in the studio, and the singer of the band, Justin Ben Lolo, has a killer voice. Man, that guy can hit some notes. And they have some great songs to boot. They got killer riffs, killer vocals. You know me, I'm all in on that kind of shit, and this is a great record. Favorite songs from me on the program were Cruel, 12 Wings, Pulling Leeches, and Shades of You. Coming in at number 7, we have Waves and Spun. I've been a Waves fan for a very, very long time, and I also love how lead singer and guitarist Nathan Williams has branched out into other areas as well. Waves has their own apparel company and their own weed brand, so he's a musician and a businessman. But the music of Waves is always at the core of what he does. This album is loaded up with great songs and has the band's usual California stoner rock vibe. Plus, they're opening up for Don Broco, Nothing But Thieves, and Biffy Clyro at a show at Finsbury Park in London next summer. That could be the best bill ever. Favorite songs for me on Spun were the title track, Lucky Stars, Goner, So Long, and In Good Time. Coming in at number 6, we have Deftones and Private Music. I've always loved Deftones, but I have to admit I didn't really love their last 2 studio records, Ohms and Gore, so I had beyond high expectations for this new album, and it did not disappoint. Deftones returned in a big way with one of their biggest, most ambitious records yet. There's truly some great songwriting on here with some larger-than-life melodies and performances. It was one of the most highly anticipated rock albums of 2025, and the Deftones delivered. This album rules. Favorite songs for me on Private Music: My Mind is a Mountain, Ecdysis, Infinite Source, Milk of the Madonna, and Cut Hands. Coming in at number 5 on my top 10 rock albums of 2025, we have White Reaper and Only Slightly Empty. White Reaper is a fantastic band. I love their last album, Asking for a Ride, and they upped their game on this new album with their guitar riffs and their melodies. I love singer Tony Esposito's raspy voice and found myself singing along to this album a lot in 2025. If you love great, catchy, 90s-esque rock music, then definitely check out White Reaper. Favorite songs from me on this one: Blink, Honestly, Eraser, and Blue 42. Coming in at number 4, we have Biffy Clyro and Futique. Biffy Clyro is one of my favorite bands of all time, so I'm very surprised that this album isn't further up on this list. It's fantastic, but maybe not quite as strong as their last few records. But you know what? Biffy Clyro doesn't write bad songs. They continue to be one of the best rock bands on the planet that I continue to want more people to know about. When I think of big, epic, catchy rock music, Biffy Clyro is always top of mind, and Futique is another solid effort from the band, even if it's not their best overall. Favorite songs for me on Futique were Hunting Season, True Believer, Goodbye, Friendshipping, and Dearest Amygdala. Or is it Amygdala? Coming in at number 3 on my top 10 rock albums of 2025, we have Dinosaur Pileup and I Felt Better. I'm a huge fan of Dinosaur Pileup and their last album, Celebrity Mansions, from 2019, and I was wondering why it was taking so long for them to release a follow-up. Well, it turns out that singer and guitarist Matt Bigland was going through some major health issues post-COVID, which delayed them making this album. Thankfully, Matt's doing a lot better and made a killer record to talk about his experiences. It's got all the hallmarks of the Dinosaur Pileup sound, from killer riffs to rappy, catchy vocals from Matt Bigland and hooks galore. I've always really described them as the perfect mix of Foo Fighters and Weezer. Favorite songs for me on this record: My Way, I Felt Better, Love's the Worst, and Unfamiliar.
Love's the fucking worst. Yeah, yeah.
Coming in at number 2, we have Turnstile and Never Enough. I was initially skeptical about how good a new Turnstile album could be after the huge success of Glow On and them losing a guitarist that was such a huge part of their overall sound. But you know what? They proved me wrong by releasing a truly amazing album in Never Enough. Not only is it an album that rocks, it's strangely emotional, vibey, and sonically adventurous. I don't rank it quite as high as Glow On, but it's still one of the best rock albums of the year. Favorite songs for me: Never Enough, Soul, I Care, Light Design, and Seeing Stars. And coming in at number 1 on my top 10 rock albums of 2025, we have Bilmuri and American Motorsports. Okay, so technically this album came out in 2024, but I'd be lying if I didn't say this was by far my favorite album of the year. Bilmuri, aka Johnny Frank, is an artist who's been around for a very long time, so I'm obviously very late to the Bilmuri party, but this album kicks ass. American Motorsports is the perfect mix of metal and country, two genres that you don't think would go so well together, but Bilmuri makes it work in the best way possible. And I listened to this album a lot in 2025, so even though it actually came out in 2024, it was by far my favorite album that I listened to this year. Favorite songs for me on American Motorsports: The End, Better Hell, Empty Handed, Bout a Cashew, and Blindsided.
Why does it always fill you up, leaving me empty-handed?
And that is it, guys. Those are my top 10 rock albums of 2025. You know what? It's been a great year for music. It's been a great year for this channel. So I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who watched the channel this year, who supported the channel this year, everybody who gave me thumbs ups and subscriptions. Really, really do appreciate you guys watching everything here on the channel. And hopefully I got more things coming up for you. Great stuff coming up in 2026. So if you like this video, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate that. Make sure to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And I'll see you guys again, I guess in 2026, for another video here on the channel. Until then, Happy New Year and rock on, everybody.